G'day guys, what's going on? SuperBro here, welcome to the channel. Today I'll be going over my round 4 review. I've got the bloody glasses on because I'm actually just so blind from all the uni assignments, so can barely see. So we scored 2,302, which wasn't the best. It was pretty good, but yeah, we went up the ranks about 2,742 spots, which is pretty good. So we're sitting at season rank of 5,530, which isn't the worst. Hopefully we can continue to climb up the ranks pretty quickly, but it is best 18 this week. So my trades last week were Fisher and Billings, I think. I traded out, yep. And I bought in Whitfield and who else? Darcy as well. So Darcy was like a key trade in. I think most people would have traded him in as well. So yeah, this week we've got the Collingwood and Sydney buys. So that'll be interesting to see how the players go. I was actually considering trading Nick Dacos last week, but I think that would have been a bit silly. I was actually thinking about it. He had the Finn McGuinness tag, still scored 100 though, so that's good signs. And then the bye this week, and then he's got Port next week, so he's got Willem Drew, I think. So would you trade him? Probably not. He could get tagged when he comes back and drop even more money. But yeah, I think he should be able to bounce back. It doesn't seem like Port have actually been tagging as many people as I would have expected. Like, they played Essendon and Merritt still scored like 136, I believe it was. Yeah, so that's pretty good. Maybe just you can't tag Merritt regardless, but still interesting. Go over the side. So Sheasel scored 124 D1, which is crazy. What a gun he is. Still going to go up heaps of money. Don't know what to do if you don't have him. Get him in, but probably not a priority. It's probably just going to keep scoring like 120, so that's still really good, but maybe you don't have the luxury to get him in if you don't have him, which would be ridiculous. But how many teams own him? 55% of teams, so I assume most people would have him that are serious about SuperCoach. And then, yeah, McGovern is my D2 already, so that's crazy. 13, sorry. So that was great. So 4% owner by 4% ownership, so that's interesting there. But yeah, he's going great. His lowest score is 109. Couldn't ask for anything better. What a great starting pick he was. Just hopefully he can continue to keep doing it. But yeah, he's good to watch. I like watching him play, so that's good to see. And then we got Whitfield in, just another 550k defender, which is good. So they're all going up in price. Traded him in, gave me 87. Probably not the greatest score. Thought he would have scored pretty well against Gold Coast. But yeah, I think he got about 29 touches still, but not the greatest. Hopefully he can bounce back. But yeah, I won't be trading him out anytime soon. I think the rookies in defence are a bit of a concern, but there are some, upcoming rookies that could be pretty good. And then D'Ambrosio, 63, could be getting rid of him shortly, but I don't think I can afford to get rid of him just because I've got like Gibcus still and Reed, so I'm just going to hold him for a fair bit, get rid of some of the other rookies that aren't playing as good. So there is an injury concern regarding Williams, so I'm not too sure if that's been updated or not. Might have to have a look at that. Let's have a look. I don't know if they've been updated. No, it's the 9th day. So yeah, just another thing, like I was looking at Gary Rowan. So if you have Dempsey, he might come back this week, but I doubt he'll be taking Dempsey's spot. They probably just won't play Gary Rowan. He says 1 to 3 weeks, so they'll probably just ease him in. I don't think he'll come back straight away. But yeah, who was I looking at? I've already forgot. I was looking at Williams, I've already gone past Carlton. Carlton, yeah, off to a fly. So, yeah, it hasn't been updated yet, so nothing really too clear there. But Walsh should be coming back. So he's a guy that we'll be having a look at, see how much he is, but I probably wouldn't be trading him in anytime soon unless he starts going bananas. And yeah, Howes, you could get rid of him this week if you wanted to. Got the bye next week, so probably just hold him until then. Break even 56. Does he even get 56? Unknown. I wonder how he scores against Brisbane. And then Bontempelli played really good, 141. So he's just not really dropping in price. Just a really good scorer. So got Essendon, Saints. Ooh, some big scores in there. So I like higher scores. 2022 that was. 2023. Yeah, interesting stuff. I don't know, if you have like Green and Butters and like Sarong, maybe you can look to get in Bontempelli. But that's probably, and maybe Merritt, but I probably wouldn't be trying to get him in just yet. Like 147 break even. I don't know, you could probably break it, break even, but yeah, just probably wait and see with him. And then Tom Green, 134 break even. Should be able to get that against the Saints, I'd imagine. So yeah, I don't know if you want to get him in straight away. He's quite expensive at the moment. But yeah, definitely a keeper. And yeah, Butters has jumped up a bit, so they have been managing him the last couple of weeks. I had the VC on him. He didn't really have the best scoring first half, and then he bounced back somehow. So he's got that high ceiling, so it's good to see. Might just go absolutely crazy the next couple of weeks, so hopefully that is the case and he scores really well. And then we've got Steele in here as well. I don't know what's going on with me bloody SuperCoach today, but yes, what another great starting pick. Break even is 69. If you don't have him, do you get him in? It's an interesting case. Got a low break even, 69. So maybe you do that, but yeah, why is my computer glitching so much? Yeah, I don't know. Do you get him in? Yeah, if you have already got 4 good midfielders, or you can just afford him, and you don't want to get like a Sarong or someone like that, then maybe, but you'd want to hope that he's like a top 8 midfielder in that situation. And then, yeah, Dacos went over him, trying to get him back into defence, but I don't think I'll be doing that this week. And then Roberts, I will probably hold Roberts. Still has such a low break even. He'll get the DPP status, and then we'll play him on field in defence, so that will be good. We'll probably just need someone to take his spot in the midfield at the moment. Maybe like Field Reed, first breakout game, I think it is, for Reed. Just reset his cash gen there, so that's good, the highest score he's got so far. And then McKercher, probably should have listened to like George and that. They were saying just to bench him and stuff, but yeah, I just thought he was in pretty good form there, so I thought I'd take the punt, but most people probably fielded him. Some people might have plans to get rid of him this week, but I don't think I'll do that just yet. I think he's got a fairly decent fixture coming up. He's probably one of the guys you could hold until his actual buy in round 12, but you could just cash him out as well. And then Sanders might get the DPP status to the forward line, so someone to put into the forward line as well. And then Wilson wasn't the worst. It's a bit of a slow burn, not really going up that much. Might be due for a breakout game, but don't know when that's going to be. And then Clark with a 28. Actually has a low break even of 11 still. Has North Melbourne this week, so if he's still in the side, it could be an option to field. Bloody SuperCoach today is really not working, is it? yeah, it could be an option. I think I've got the ability to be able to loophole the midfield rookies there if I go through with my trades that I'm thinking of. And then Max Gawn, most people would have VC'd him as well. I just didn't take the Butters 119 score. I think he would have to score like 125 plus. But yeah, it's still a bit risky not taking a 119, but had the C on Heaney, so that was great. Finally nailed one of my captaincy scores, 165, absolutely laughing there. But yeah, Gawn is near 700k, so yeah, he's going to be a hard miss if you don't have him. And then Grundy, I said I was going to keep Grundy until the bye. Had West Coast. West Coast was the game I was going to have a look and see, if I was going to keep him or not. And he only scored 93, which was pretty shocking in my opinion. But for some reason, teams the players don't really score that well as I would expect against West Coast. But then again, Heaney just scored 165 against them. So it's an interesting case there. But I think I'll have to get rid of Grundy at this point. You could always just hold him. I could just field Jackson in the ruck spot for this week. But I think I'll just get rid of him because he hasn't really gone up that much in price. Just staying around the same sort of price that he started at. So I think I can try and find some value somewhere else. But yeah, this would be the go not to get Grundy back in at any point of the year. We'd have to commit to a different ruckman, which most people are already doing. And then Jackson is another interesting topic. Got the 152 break even. Do you trade him out? He's probably at the highest point of the stock market now, So do you just get the gains and just cash him out while you can, and get the most profit you can probably get for him, unless he... I don't know about this getting rid of him. I think for me personally, I'll probably just hold him until the West Coast matchup. So that's where I like to see if I'm going to hold on to him long term or just get rid of them. So Grundy's going to have to go because he didn't score well against West Coast. But for me, I'm more leaning towards just holding Jackson until the West Coast game is done and see how much he's dropped or how he's scoring. But yeah, I think Darcy will come back. I think he should still be able to score quite well with him in the side, but I just want to wait and see before I make any decisions there. And then Tom Powell was pretty lucky to score a 73 there. But yeah, I think we just hold him. We'd rather upgrade the rest of the team first before we get rid of him. And Jordan, another one of those examples of against the West Coast matchup. So he just really didn't score great against them. The team that is in last place. So I think they're still in last place, right? Yeah, they should be. But yeah, Jordan, gonna have to get rid of him. I don't know why SuperCoach is just so shit today. And then Fife finally got 100. He was hovering around 90 for about 10 minutes in the last quarter. But yeah, finally got up to that 100 mark, so that was good. Break even's 26, which is great. Going to make heaps of cash. So yeah, hopefully he can start playing good. I think it was because the other midfielders weren't going as well, like Sarong. They got a 94 or something. But I think Brayshaw played pretty well that game. And then Darcy was good. Pretty lucky. I don't know how he got 3 goals or something, I believe. But that's good for his cash gen. Lucky we picked him. And then Cadman got a 50, which was pretty average. I think that was against Gold Coast. And Campbell, 57, not the worst from him. But I think I'll keep Campbell this week. He's got the West Coast matchup again, so this will be the wait and see again. So he should be able to be straight onto my field. He should kick a few goals, hopefully. So yeah, we'll put him straight on the field and we'll take both of their scores anyway, but we'll see what we do for the trades. So Colossi is the number 1 trade-in option. I did actually miss the Gold Coast game, so I'll have to wait and see some clips of him playing. Just have a look at what his role was. I haven't really done the research there. Horn Francis, probably not for me unless you want to unless you think he's actually a keeper, I wouldn't do it. But, hopefully if he does eventually get like a forward status, that could be the key to the forward line. But I don't know about his split into the forward line, so that's an interesting case. And then Comben got the 129 as well, which is ridiculous. I only watched a little bit of that game, so I don't know what his role is. I think it's like half forward and half defence. But I think it's just another wait and see for a week with him. And Graham is also, I might have to get him early, but if I was getting one of them, I'd get Clossy early. And then, if anyone knows what's going on with my SuperCoach and leaves a comment down below, that would be much appreciated. It's just bloody garbage, apparently, isn't it? A bit of a few crashes, which aren't too good. And then Flanders is ideally the guy that I want to bring in. But I think my hand has already been forced into someone else, so it's a bit of a stitch up this week. But we got to do what we got to do. So I'm going to get rid of Grundy. Just hasn't had the greatest start. He just doesn't seem as good as he was back at Collingwood. Ever since he went to Melbourne and the fuck around there, and now he's still not the greatest. But he could come back and bite me in the arse there. But at the moment, I'm just not really seeing him as a top 2, top 3 ruckman in the comp. But I could be wrong there. I have made some other bad mistakes already in the team. But obviously I missed out on Sharp. That was a bad miss there. He got 129, I think. So I just can't really do too much about that. I can't trade him in now. He's just too expensive. He'll probably make a fair bit of cash still, but I just don't have the luxury trades to get him in, unfortunately. So I'll get rid of Grundy, and then this I could just opt to bring Jackson into the ruck for the moment for the next 2 weeks until his West Coast matchup. See how he goes. Then I could flick him off then and try to get in a English or Marshall replacement, but I think he should be able to produce at least like 100 for the next couple of weeks. So I don't think I'll get rid of him just yet. And then I could try to get rid of Howes this week. I'll probably try and get rid of Gibcus for the moment though. He just needs to get out of my team ASAP. And then I'll have to use the boost here. What was I even doing? I was going to trade out... who else was I trading out here? I can't even remember now. Oh, James Jordan. He's tucked away on the bench there. So, I'll trade these guys out most likely. But, there are a couple options here that we could play with. Could go early on, Comben. We'll swing Dacos back for the moment. We could just go early, so I think I have to get Nick Martin back into the side. I shouldn't have traded him out so early. I just really wasn't watching Essendon that closely, so I didn't really know how good he was. I probably should have talked to more Essendon supporters and got their views on Nick Martin. So big mistake from me trading him out, trading him back in now, which is annoying. But we're just pretty much forced to do it at this point because his break even is 35. So now we're going to actually have to make sure that he is a keeper. So when he gets his DPP swing, he'll be going straight into the defence line. And if he's scoring like this, he could definitely be a top 6 defender. But he's had these games where he's got 40 touches or 30 touches at halftime. It's just absolutely cheesing it. And it's just ridiculous, just scoring ridiculous from those disposals that are so cheap and nasty. So I think, instead of just criticising him, we just got to jump back on him and just, milk that stat as hard as he's doing it right now. So definitely not a bad option this week. I probably would rather get Flanders, but I just can't afford to get Flanders in at the moment. So it's going to be a hard watch now for me, just watching Flanders, not owning him. So, that's just how it is. You can't have everyone that you want, but, we can try and get him in at some point. But I feel like I've got to just, admit to being wrong and bring back Nick Martin in and hope that he actually can say like this. Hopefully he's not cursed for me. But I think most people will be doing the same thing. Who's also traded him out. So yeah, this leaves me like 565k here. So I could do some pretty stupid shit, and we could bring in all the 130 blokes actually. So we could just grab. Who else do we want to grab? Could just grab Lloyd Meek here, and then we'll grab. Oh wait, we don't actually have enough there. So yeah, this is an option that we could do this week, but I probably don't really like it. I'll just have to reset the trades. So we could just get rid of Howes. Probably has a little bit more money to be made this week. And then we could get rid of Jordan, and then we get rid of who was my last guy again? Grundy, yeah. And then we'll just go and grab. We'll just get the filter because this is taking too long. Just grab Meek, grab Combin, and they'll leave us enough for either Flanders or Martin. But I think, in terms of value at the moment, Nick Martin's undervalued if he's going to be scoring this. I think I just got off of him too early. Like he got the 63 and then the 93 or something. So then back-to-back 133. So, first game was pretty shit. We should have just been like, okay, he's having a bad game. See how he goes next. And 93 really isn't the worst score. But, these 133 scores are what we're looking for from him. So I think, we just got to take the punt on him again. Hopefully we don't get effed over. But, yeah, and then I could bring in Combin. So this is one thing that I could potentially do here. But I don't really like it all that much because it could play well in terms of holding Jackson for 2 weeks. Like I could just get rid of Meek as well when I decide to get rid of Jackson, if I do decide to get rid of him. But yeah, he's got Witts and Cherry, and then Grundy, and then English, then Marshall. So probably not the best lineup there for Rucks, all the best ones. So don't know how he scores against those guys, but the last 2 games have been pretty good. Could just be a guy that we can store some value in for a couple of weeks and still get some points out of him. Then trade him to an English when he drops in price a bit, because English at the moment got 154 break even. I wouldn't be jumping on him just yet. That's why I want to just wait until the West Coast matchup is over for Jackson. See how much English has dropped, if he does drop by then. But yeah, he will be my trade target, probably over Marshall. I think I'll go for English. Just seems to be more durable. But then again, Sam Darcy has been having a little bit of the hit-outs, so could be an interesting topic there. But yeah, I don't really know about Combin either, so I don't really have the research for these two at the moment. So at the moment, I'll probably do some more research on those guys. Probably won't go through with these trades, but then I'll just go through with my original plan, which was to get Grundy out, Jordan out as well, and then I'll probably get rid of Gibcus in this plan, and then I can swing Dacos into defence, and we'll bring in Nick Martin again. I think it's probably a bad miss. I can't really afford to get rid of. Can't really afford to get in, what's his name, Flanders, unless I trade out Jackson this week. So I'm not really sure if I should do that, but I think this is what I'm leaning towards. And then I'll put Jackson into the Ruck department. and I can bring in... Who was I going to bring in? Oh, maybe I'll just reverse that actually. Put Reed into the forward line. That will be then I'll be able to get Martin there. And then next week I probably could try and swing Dacos back into defence. But for the moment, I'll probably have to go early on that Klossy rookie at 100, who scored 108. So might just go early on him. Hope that he doesn't get injured and yeah, scores well again. But yeah, it's a bit risky going early on the rookies, but I think he should be pretty good if he's scoring 108 already. And then that will leave me with 462k here. So I'll probably, for the moment, just get the cash on the bench for next week. And I'll probably just pick up my guy, Sean Manor. So he should be able to break into the side soon. I can't really see, like, because we're winning, it's hard for him to break into the side. But as soon as we lose a game, he'll definitely come in. But yeah, it's just a matter of if, like, Jai Clark actually holds his spot or not in the side, which I think he should in the winning teams. But this will just free up my cash a bit, and I'll have mana there for a DPP swing as well. It's a bit of like it could be a dead rookie, but he's already played the 2 games there, so if he does come back, he'll be right to make cash. And if he's actually not the sub, because yeah, being the sub could be a bit of a risk, but I think he's got the scoring ability. It's just a matter of whose spot is he going to take. Not too sure at the moment. Just going to put him in the side. But yeah, this is probably like the smarter thing that I'll do for my team. Otherwise, I'm thinking about 2 risky options where I might bring in Meek or like a Convin, but I'll have to look into those guys. So yeah, that will allow me 345k. So then what I can do next week is I can trade out Howes and Campbell, and I should have enough to bring in Caleb Sarong. Where is he? So yeah, 153 break even. Hopefully he can drop a little bit more, but yeah, I just definitely want him in my side ASAP because he's got West Coast coming up, and then the Bulldogs, like, a pretty good fixture. He's got, Richmond as well, and they give up a fair bit of points. So yeah, he could be someone that I look to bring in. Otherwise, I could probably look for some other value options. Just quickly, like, Jared Lyons is another one. Does he actually come back? He could be another guy I could just store the cash into and play him on field if he's named. But he hasn't been able to get a game, so he's a bit of a concern there. And yeah, I think, I don't know who I'm looking at really. Like, Flanders I really want to get in. Same with Tom Stewart. He could be another guy where the value might be there soon, but I'll pretty much have a full defence soon because then I'll have like Dacos back there, Nick Martin back there, and Roberts will probably go there. So my defence will be pretty stacked, and I'll probably look either to get like a Stewart in or Luke Ryan. I can't really get both of them anymore, so if I do end up going with the Nick Martin pick, so I think I'm probably going to have to lean towards a Stewart when he drops in price, but he hasn't really been scoring that much. So yeah, I kind of want to get Stewart in, but maybe I go with Luke Ryan for my last spot in defence. But I'm not really too fussed about my defence. I think it's pretty solid. Elliot Yeo's another one of those guys in defence. Like, if you've got him, you're laughing, but if you don't have him, then do you trade him in? Probably not. But he's got the ability to score quite well. Well, he just got 130, so could be like a placeholder rookie, but I mean, not a rookie, a placeholder mid-tier player, but I wouldn't be going there personally, because if you're picking him to be a keeper at this point in the year, so I definitely wouldn't be doing that. Merritt's another guy. Maybe I get Merritt in instead of Sarong. But yeah, Merritt's just been going absolutely crazy. He's actually got West Coast coming up as well. Yeah, shit. That fixture is actually really appealing. Far out, look at you got West Coast twice as well. Fucking hell. Yeah, so maybe we get Merritt instead of Sarong. But yeah, this is kind of like the players I've been looking at. I don't mind Shea Bolton as a pickup. He's quite cheap, but and then he's got West Coast this week, which is a stitch up, and then the bye, so he could go back up to like 550k. I think he's definitely capable of being a top 6 forward. It's just a matter of who else will get DVB status later in the year. And then I've chucked LDU on there as well. We'll just have a look at him, see if he can drop a fair bit. Do we end up bringing him in at some point? First 2 games weren't the worst. Then he got tagged. Then pretty average game against Brisbane, so he'll come down a bit. But yeah, he could be another guy that could be decent value as well. And then there's also like Jordan Dawson, but just really hasn't been going the greatest. Still, I think like you can't really just pass him up if he's going to be below 500k. I think you just take the punt on him. But surely he's not going to be that shit for the rest of the year. But he does. He hasn't actually gone over 100 yet, so that's a bit concerning. And you know, Adelaide have been garbage, so. Yeah, so this will be what the side will be. Been going on for a bit, talking about too much, I think. Yeah, what SuperCoach is actually just so glitched for some reason. I don't know why. I was going to go over like Combin and his heat map. He's got like the 50 split forward and defence, so that's interesting. I think it's just a wait and see with me though. Probably won't be grabbing him straight away. But yeah, hopefully... I want Whitfield to bounce back, give me a 130 hopefully, but I think he could actually be a chance for that against St Kilda. Yeah, he's someone, I don't know if you would want to get him in though, that's the issue. So I've kind of like already planned out my defence now, so I'm going to have to choose between like a Stewart and a Luke Ryan type of player. So now I can't even get like a Sinclair or... a Houston either. So I'm not too concerned though. I think I've got a pretty solid defence. But yeah, at the moment, we'll chuck the VC on Gawn. That would be the obvious one. He's got like a 200 there in the past. So everyone should be having the VC on Gawn this week. And then we can set up like some loopholes going in the midfield. So we'll just chuck it on Wilson and then we'll swing Clark on the field if he doesn't go above 50. Which I think he will. But Clark could score he could have a breakout game at GMHBA. So maybe I change it to 60. If he doesn't score a 60, I'll put Clark on the field, and then we can also loop Howes as well. Just set it up like that. And I doubt it. I don't think Mana will play this week, but I think he's nearing a return, so you know, he could try and do a loop if he does get named. But yeah, that's my side at the moment. Brought back in Nick Martin. Could do some risky plays and try and bring in like a Lloyd Meek, but we'll have to wait and see with the team sheets being released. I'll probably post something in my comments section if I can't dedicate some time to making a video. But at the moment, I've got 30 trades left, 345k in the bank. So next week, we will try and get rid of Howes and Campbell and bring in like a Zach Merritt or a Caleb Sarong, just another great midfielder. Because, yeah, the midfield spots will be getting slimmer, I guess. Like Roberts will be able to go in defence and Sanders might be able to go into the forward line as well. And same with McKercher, he might be eligible to go into defence as well, so he could start cashing out like a D'Ambrosio as well in the near future as well there. But yeah, I'll have a look at the leagues. I think my cash league isn't going the worst there. So I've actually lost against Dylan's Terminators here, which was a bit of a stitch up. Not too much in that one. But yeah, I'll go over my league. So this is the cash league. I'm in first place, which is pretty good. Someone's got to beat me at some point. And then we got some other guys here going at 3-0, which is good. Poor old Brady can't get it done, which is no good. Hopefully we can see some improvement there. But yeah, we're sitting at a league rank of 164 there, which isn't the worst. It's only of 700. Oh, yeah, really? Oh, that's a surprise, eh? As if there's only like 777 ranks. 164 is not the worst, though. Hopefully we can get into the top 100 in the coming weeks. But yeah, it is going to be the best 18 scores. But yeah, that's my video for today, guys. Hopefully everyone went well this week. And yeah, you're going up the ranks. But try and get that full Primo team as soon as we can. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe for more. See you later.